Hi everyone, this is Ashley Lynn, or AshLynn1305, as you may know me on the Max Workout Club site, and I wanted to share my Max Workout experience with all of you. First of all, before I started working out with Max Workouts, I was 3 years out of high school and just failing at the gym, just doing cardio, running. Eventually I got into wanting to see results, like most people do, instead of just trying to maintain. So a lot of the guys at the gym were helping me lift weights, telling me that I had to lift weights in order to lose weight and blah blah blah, stuff that you don't want to hear. And so I just worked out with them, they helped me, but then my school schedule changed and they were never at the gym at the same time as me. So I was kind of left on my own with what they taught me, but eventually I ran out of ideas, and I knew that if you kept doing the same thing over and over that you don't see results, and I wasn't seeing any. So I came home frustrated from the gym one day and started browsing the internet for ideas to change up my workout, and came across Max Workouts, read about it, and read the part about how it is only $27 a month, and I was hooked. I said, you get one free month to try it, and what can you lose in 1 month if you don't like it? So I got it, and I went through my 90-day workout book, and I labeled where all the exercises were, what page number. I put it in a 3-ring binder, and I took it with me to the gym every single day. It was quite a mind-blowing experience at first because I was out of the gym within 45 minutes after getting there, changing before I left, and I was out of breath, and I had to clean up what I used because I actually sweat. I mean, I had never had to do that before. So I stuck with it, and after I finished the 90-day book, Shin and Susan hosted a transformation contest, and so I signed up for that, and I really honed in on the lean body diet during my workout competition because I really wanted to win. And so I tried to do everything I could. I amped up all my workouts if it was even possible. I really worked hard on my diet, which is usually the hardest part for everyone. So the first thing I did was I came home and I took out all the junk food that I was used to eating, and I threw it away. But of course I recycled the cardboards. But my husband, who is not too keen on that and is a bean pole and can eat any type of junk food and lose weight, was not very happy about that. So we decided to clean out one of the cupboards and put all of the junk food of his in there, so that when I was looking in my cupboard or the regular cupboards for something healthy to eat, I wouldn't be tempted by looking at his junk food, which over a year later still works very well with him having his own cupboard. So after I did that, I started learning a lot about fruits and vegetables, especially the vegetables. I actually learned what an avocado was, which is extremely good for you, and I Googled on how to tell when it's ripe and how to pick them at the store where they're going to last you all week. And so now I try to eat at least one every day because I actually found I like them, and I would juggle them for you, but I don't really know how to juggle. Another thing that I had to do was cut out all of this sugar. I used to put sugar in everything, even my coffee, my cereal, everything that was not sweet enough. I just added sugar to it because nobody ever said sugar made you fat, right? Well, there are healthy alternatives, and I found them. Thank you to Shin and Susan, who you can just ask a question to on the forums and they answer you. They told me to try stevia, and I did, and I admit I didn't like it, so I still looked for alternatives, and I found the Truvia, which is still stevia, but it has a little bit more sweetness like I like. Another thing was learning that whole wheat, just because it says that, does not mean that you're going to lose weight, which is a big misconception, and I learned that very quickly once I stopped eating all the carbs, all the pasta, all the whole wheat because it was healthy, that I actually started to lose my love handles that I was extremely self-conscious about and always wore long baggy shirts because I didn't want anybody to know I had them. Once I started following the lean body diet, I didn't have to do that anymore. And I was actually kind of mad at Shin and Susan because I had to go buy new workout clothes. And I had to go buy a whole new wardrobe at that because even my jeans fit differently in the butt and everything. Another thing was learning how to cook in a different way. So even though I love chicken, any way it's cooked, I liked it fried, and of course you want to fry it in vegetable oil, right? Well, as you can see, my vegetable oil is actually pretty dusty because we don't use it, and I should probably just throw it away, but it's kind of like a safety net for my husband, so we'll just leave it there, but I don't use it. Now I use extra virgin olive oil to cook, or just recently, thanks to Shin and Susan's request, I use coconut oil as well, which is extremely healthy for you too. Another thing that I had to do, going by the lean body diet, was cut out my cereal, which is kind of a security blanket for me because I could just eat it whenever I was in a rush. I would have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a midnight snack, anywhere in between there. But of course, it's full of refined carbs, and they try to get you to eat it by saying with whole grain. Well, that doesn't mean you're going to lose weight. And once I started cutting it out, I definitely lost the weight. And by the way, who eats only a 3/4 of a cup of cereal? I mean, come on. You definitely have to eat a whole bowl, and nobody measures their cereal. So, once I cut out all those, during the contest, which was 3 months long, I ended up losing 10 inches and 10 pounds, and I took measurements. I write them down on these little pieces of paper, and these are the originals. So when I first started the contest, I was at my heaviest of 152 pounds, and I'm 5'7", which is never considered fat. I just was never confident with it because I was just gaining and I thought I was trying to maintain. Well, when I ended the contest, I was 142 pounds, so I lost 10 pounds, and my hips and my waist and my thighs and my arm, they all shrunk, all of them. And once I actually took my picture is when I saw them. And now, because I saw the results from that contest, I take my measurements and my weight and I take my picture every 3 months to this day, over a year later of doing the max workouts, because a picture really is worth 1,000 words, and it really is going to tell you where you have come from the beginning. And even if you're skeptical about taking your picture in the beginning because you're not confident and you just don't like the way you look, well, you don't have to show it to anyone. But once you are 3 or 6 or 9 months in, you're going to wish you had taken your first one because you're going to want to show people what you have accomplished. So I highly recommend that. I also highly recommend writing down your workouts once you do get to the daily workouts after you finish the 90-day program. I write down my workout in this book every single day. I just put the day and the date, and then I just write down, I watched the video the night before, and I've been doing it for so long that now I just know what they are, and if I don't, then I just have a refresher. And you can just tally as you go, and you can just do this every day. You can just keep it in your gym bag, write it down, and I've already filled one of these, so it's definitely a lifesaver. As well as your Gym Boss interval timer. It keeps you on track at the gym. I use it every single day almost, because when you have 1 minute rest or 45 seconds rest the second week or 30 seconds rest, then you just set that, and I just clip it right here on my shirt, and I have it with me, so when I'm done with my round I can just click it, and once it beeps, then I know that I have to start another round, and my whole workout is going to be done in less than 30 minutes, which is awesome. So another thing that you need is something to roll out your muscles. This is just a PVC pipe, but you can also get like a foam roller or anything. I've seen them at Target. But especially when you first start the program, you are going to be extremely sore because a lot of people think they're fit, but then you start doing the workouts and you say, oh my gosh, because they are extremely different. They're very intense. They take a lot of positive self-talk, and everything that you need for motivation is on the website or in your head, and you just have to overcome that as time goes on. So once your muscles are sore, come home, roll out, and it will be another lifesaver for you as well. And I can tell you that with Max Workouts, I have had many goals. Of course, one of them was to get rid of my love handles, which I definitely accomplished. Thank you, Shin and Susan. And now I don't even have any baggy long shirts. I have all skin tight shirts because I want people to know what I have accomplished. I like to wear my racer back shirts. I wear a sports bra when I work out, which I never ever would have done a year ago because I was never confident enough to do that. Another goal I accomplished was to be able to do a pull-up, and ever since I was in grade school and you're just required to do it for PE, I've never been able to do one since then. And once I was a junior and senior in high school, I really wanted to be able to do one again, and I could never get there. And I accomplished that with Max Workouts, and I can now do 3 pull-ups in a row, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it really is. And another goal was to be able to do push-ups off of my knees. And even though I can't do all of my sets of push-ups or even a whole set on my knees, off my knees I mean, I can just do at least 4 or 5 of them in the set, and it still makes me feel extremely good just knowing that when I started I could barely even do them on my knees. So I've accomplished those goals as well. And so with that, I'm going to share with you my next goal, which is Shin has a video of him with an ab roller, and he's standing against a wall, and he goes down with the ab roller and he comes back up with it to standing position. And right now I can barely do a set of 10 with these, and I can't even go all the way flat out. But my next goal is to be able to do what Shin does in the video, from standing to laying to standing, all with the ab roller. And who knows, maybe I'll post a video of that because I will reach that goal too. So if you are going to do the Max Workouts program, which I highly recommend, you may want to stock up on deodorant because you will sweat a lot. And people are going to ask you what you're doing, so you need to always have some empty paper at the gym or wherever so you can write down maxworkouts.com. And another thing that you need is, if you have stinky feet, you probably need foot powder to put in your shoes after your workout because your wife or your husband will definitely appreciate it. Thank you.